Hey, what's up guys? Welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Marquita, and on this video, I'm going to be flipping through my Fobonichi/notes notebook, or happy notes, however you want to say it. As you guys know, I created this some time ago and I use it for note taking. Lister's gonna list right, and so I use it for lists and notes, and it just works out so well for me. So I've been creating notes like a mad woman over the last week or so I thought I would flip through this baby and show you guys some of the lists that have helped me. But first, if you're new to my channel, I really do hope you'll stick around and consider subscribing, and you will give me a thumbs up on this video if you enjoy it. So let's go ahead and get started. If you want to see a flip through of this, make sure to stick around. Alright guys, I'm super excited to share this to you because I love it. It has been helping me so much. As you guys know, also I did add some covers to my shop. I have about 30 covers for the Fobonichi/Happy Nichi/Half Notes notebook, whatever you want to call it. And so I switched mine out to this pretty marble color, and it's got some triangles up here on the top, and it's just really super pretty. It fits my style and it goes very well with the discs here. So just in case you're wondering, that's where this cover came from. It is made of a super high quality laminate sheet paper, and so it's so easy now for me to just pop off the cover and put on a new one that fits me, because I don't know, in my opinion, Happy Planner doesn't have that many covers for their half sheet notebooks, and so it's very limited in the aesthetic and the style of what they have, and so I thought I would create some, and so that's what I did. So that's what I have here. So I'm gonna go ahead and flip through this and just give you a tour of what's included. So first and foremost, I just got some dangle charms from Hustle and Shine. You guys know I love her shop. She has super cute stuff, and so I just added them on the bottom just for a little decor. And so let's go ahead and open it up, and I'm going to show you how I have it all set up. And so it's going to be a full flip through, and I'll let you see every single note page I have in here and all of the lists I've created, because I've been creating lists like crazy. I love just sitting down on the couch and just creating a good list, and of course it's important to refer to it, so you definitely want to make sure you're looking at those lists that you create. So also on the inside of the cover, these covers are interchangeable. There is this marble look, which is the same marble on the outside, so if you just want a full marble look, you can just of course flip it and have that as the cover. So yeah, so that's the same with all of my covers. So let's go ahead and flip through this. First and foremost, we do have the calendar here. These are inserts from my shop. I already showed you guys this. I also did stick in the Bujo style layouts that I did recently. This is just using the Happy Planner fill paper, and so I just stuck them in September so that way they don't get lost in the shuffle. And then these are my inserts. You guys I already talked about this on my last video. Of course, we've got dashboards in here because you got to have sections if you're like me, and so this stays to this week. And then after we flip past the calendar inserts, we've got a little fill paper in here. So this is just some Happy Planner fill paper dot grid, just in case I feel like Bujoing something real quick. And then we've got a hourly page, just in case I want to pop that in for the week. And then I do have a tab that goes here that says to-do list, but my husband gave it to a neighbor. He has a print shop, and he's going to see if I can mass produce the dashboards for me, because they do take some time and they always sell out. That's why I only put 10 quantity for each of the dashboard sets in my shop, because it's just a lot of work, and they're almost sold out, and I just listed them last night, so it's a lot of work. And so he believes that he may be able to cut these for me, so we'll see how it all works out. So that's why I don't have that to-do list tab in here, but that is what this section is, just a master brain dump to-do list. I love just kind of dumping it all out here, just random things, and so that's what's first on here. And then the second page is lists to create. So I probably do need to check off some of these lists, because I have created a lot of lists, and so I like to have this list of things to create, so that way I'll know the type of list that I may want to add to this notebook. So that's what's first, and I just took a piece of Happy Planner fill paper And I added some boxes here. I do have a stencil in the back, so it comes in very handy. Next, we've just got more fill paper, because you always need fill paper. And then I've got these today, and I believe I wanted to put them, no, I think I wanted to keep them in this section. This is from the Socialite collection. I've just got 2 of them in here, you know, because I just like to have different types of fill paper. The Happy Planner has tons of variety of the fill paper, and so it makes it easy to find, you know, what your style is and whatever appeals to you. So that's what I've got there. And then the next section is to go. So my husband and I are trying to do this whole thing where we explore the city, and we don't feel like we have done that in Atlanta yet. So I wanted to have a list of all of the main things that you could do. This is not every single thing you can do in Atlanta, but this is a lot of what's available in our area, and I want to do all of this stuff. Some of this stuff I have done, like I have done Ponce City Market, we've been to Centennial Park, we've been to the aquarium, Candytopia, Zoo Atlanta. So some of the stuff we have done. Some stuff like Addison hasn't done, like Zoo Atlanta, which is horrible to say, but we are getting ready to plan a trip there. So some of the stuff the kids haven't done and we haven't done, as a family we haven't done, and so I thought I would come up with this list of things, like the main things, the staple things that Atlanta is known for, so that we can, you know, do some of that stuff. So we are going to work maybe month by month picking one of these things and checking it off, and so that way we could say we conquered the city, I guess you could say. And so, you know, we toyed with the idea of moving from time to time, although I don't think we ever would. But if we ever did, we would definitely want to have all of this stuff done before we move, so we could say that we, you know, we had done everything that Atlanta had to offer. So that's what this list is here, and I really enjoy creating it and just seeing what's out there that maybe I didn't know about. So that's my first list. And some of these lists, guys, I have not written in yet, but I do have the header there, so I know what's going here, but it's just that I didn't have the time yet to create it, but I will be creating it soon. So stay tuned for an updated flip through of this so you can see what I may have added. So next up, date night ideas, outings in Atlanta. As you can see, it's still a work in progress. My husband and I plan to do a date night a month, and so I'm trying to come up with new restaurants that I may be able to go to with him, and just things that we can do in the city, because we feel, I don't know, this is how we've been feeling lately. So we live in like the Metro Atlanta area, and there's some stuff to do over here, but we feel like if we want to go out and spend a lot of money on stuff, like recently we went to the Cheesecake Factory, and we were like, we had a good time, but we were like, if we're going to drop that kind of money, then we rather be in the city where the life is and where, you know, new trendy and happening things are, and not just spend our money like in our local area all the time. I mean, it's okay to do that from time to time, but you can go to Cheesecake Factory all the time. We want to try something new, some different restaurant that we've never tried, especially if, again, we're going to spend a lot of money. We'd rather do it in a place where we can explore new things. And so I'm just trying to come up with a list of new restaurants. Atlanta is constantly changing, and so there's lots of new restaurants and outings and places that we can go to for date night. So I'm working on that list. Next is kids activities to do in Atlanta, working on that list as well. Again, I just stenciled some dots there, stenciled some squares here. I like that look from time to time as opposed to just lines or dot grid or whatever. So I'm working on these 2 lists, and again, you're gonna see that throughout. Restaurants to try is kind of similar to date night ideas, but I think I wanted to separate them out, and this can also be restaurants that the kids can go to as well. Whereas date night ideas is just for me and my husband. I also have a travel bucket list. I am inspired now to travel out of the country. We recently went to Portugal and Spain and Morocco, and it was fantastic, and I've been bitten. So my husband and I recently got some rewards cards, credit cards. We had never had those before because I'm a strong believer against credit cards, like a lot of credit cards, and so we just want to be mindful, and so we got one, well, each of us got one where we can get rewards points, and we kind of use that credit card for all of our spending, and we pay it back with our bank account card or our checking account. So we don't spend money out of our checking account, we only spend it off of that card, and we immediately pay it off. So it's just kind of like a checking account card, but at least we're getting rewards back. And so with those rewards, they're all travel rewards. We think we have enough to go somewhere for our anniversary this year. We're hoping, between the 2 of us. And so I've got a lot of places I want to go to now, since I have been bitten by that travel bug, although I still hate traveling. So that's going to be the only challenge. I do actually have 3 events that I have to go to speak at, which is exciting. I can't share with you guys the details yet, but I'm excited about them. I can share with you one of them, which is going to be in Savannah, I believe. I really probably should know where it is, but it's the planners at Tiffany's. I don't know, I can't think of it. It's called Planners at Tiffany's. I'm going to it with my friends, my two good friends, and I'm going to be speaking there. I haven't decided on a subject yet. I have one in mind, but I'm not quite sure yet. It's going to be super fabulous, and then I'll get to enjoy that event. It's going to be my first ever planner event. Besides, I did go to a Black Women Who Plan and Create thing at Michael's. Other than that, I've never been to a planner event, never been to Go Wild, never been to anything like that. So I'm excited about that. I can also share with you guys, I'll be speaking at the Planning a Better Me retreat put on by Michelle Plans, and that is my first speaking gig, which will be in September. And then I have a huge one that I can't share with you yet that's coming up soon, and I'm excited about it, and also I'm nervous. I'm nervous about all of them, but I'll get through it, right? Speaking in front of large crowds is just a challenge for me, although I used to do it for work, but I haven't worked like at a traditional job in at least like 9 to 10 years. So I've been doing my entrepreneurship thing, which means I'm at home all the time. And I always tell my husband that, since I'm home all the time, I kind of forget things. I'm not in a professional environment anymore. And so you lose things like, some social skills, I guess you could say. And so it's going to be a challenge, but I do get a lot of socialization at my meetings, as you guys know, my religious meetings I have twice a week, and I do get a lot of socialization there, and I have a lot of friends. We do a lot of things, but it's different when you're in a work and that sort of environment, in a professional environment. So I need to brush up on my skills. So this video is also going to just be me just talking, y'all. I'm talking it through with you guys, and so hopefully I don't ramble too much, but I'm going to be sharing with you guys lots of things throughout this video as my lists spark me thinking of different things. So hopefully you enjoy that. Next list is my wish list for 2019. Y'all, I might have to wipe that out and put 2020 because it's almost 2020. Like, really, Quita? Okay, I should have had this done. But I do have some things that I want for this year. So maybe I'll do like half and half so I don't waste paper, because I hate wasting paper. And so maybe I'll just split the list up. But I do have a wish list of things that I want, and I may or may not buy them because I don't always splurge on myself. I think I tend to splurge on the kids more so, or get things for the kids and my husband more so than I do for myself. And that's not always a good thing, but hey, I'm a work in progress. So I just have a piece of filler paper in there, and then I have an expense tracker because I was just thinking that I can log those purchases here in some way. So we'll see how I end up using this. Next section, this is just some personal information that I folded up because I don't want you to see it. Next section is to learn. Again, look, this section is a work in progress. So this is kids' books to read. So I definitely want to have some books for Addison to read. She loves to read. She has a ton of books already, but there's always new books coming to the market, and just staple books, and books are always good to have a list of. So that's what this is. And then on the back, kids learning activities and apps. There's so many apps as well. And one of them that we really love is Khan Academy. We also love ABC Mouse and different things like that. Learning activities are super fun for the kids, especially since they love that tablet anyways. And so we like to put learning activities and apps on their tablets so that way they can learn. So that's what I have there. Again, it's coming soon. And then we have 2 pages of fill paper, and then we get to my to create section. So this is a fun section. So I used some Happy Planner journaling cards in certain sections in here. This one says too many crafts, too little time. I thought it was fitting for this section. And then this is all about mainly shop stuff I want to create and craft projects and things like that. So these are just some shop items that I want to add to my store, and I crossed off a couple of things. I do need to cross off the Fobonichi inserts because I already did those, and it is a page from the Miss Maker line, and so I just folded it in half so I had tons of space. And this is a kit that I want to create for my shop. I'm working on that, so I just wanted to have a list. This is paper from my inserts that I printed, and so I just wanted to add that in here because I initially wanted to recreate all these lists and make my own notebook using my own products. but I decided I already have all these lists. I don't feel like rewriting them, so I'm just gonna keep it. So these are planner DIYs that I want to try, and some of these may turn into YouTube videos, but I just want to try these planner DIYs. Like I want a movies to watch list, I want a shows to watch list, me time activities, I want to do pantry inventory list, fridge freezer list, craft project bucket list, when was the last time, an undo list, volunteer ideas, school ideas, fall bucket list. Those are all planner DIYs that I want to do, so stay tuned. You may or may not see a video on those. I also have a crafts to try list that I want to write out, and that is it for this section. I added some more fill paper here. This is the 2 styles from the Miss Maker line. Super cute. Again, perfectly fitting for that section. So next we get to the to read section. Not sure what that is on this dashboard. That was weird. So the to read section, of course, is all about reading books I want to read. So the 2 books I'm reading right now are YouTube Secret. Well, I already read YouTube Secrets, but I'm brushing back up on it. And then I'm also reading, I got a new book called Instagram Secrets. It was highly rated on Amazon. You guys know at the Planning a Better Me retreat, I'm going to be speaking on how to grow your social presence. Although I'm not an expert by any means, I do have a little bit of a presence, and I was going to share tips about how I achieved, all that I've achieved, which again is very minimal, especially compared to some others, but I try not to compare myself to others. I just do what I can do. And so I'm going to share the little bit that I know. And so that's one book that I'm reading. So I'm planning on listing things out by subject. So this will be productivity tips. This will be social medias to read. So I technically need to write in those 2 books that I already have, and check them off as I read them. Entertainment books, and then also parenting books. So this section is going to evolve over time, as will the other sections, and so I'm looking forward to continually adding to that section. Next one is goals. So this is a very important section as well. I have spiritual goals. So this is a little fold out page that I created. This is my ministry schedule, my study schedule, meeting days, and then also some goals that I have. This is what I want to do on a weekly basis. And sometimes it's a struggle, but I at least want to have goals written out so that way I can work towards achieving them. These are my long-term goals. And then I just had this page in here that I didn't want to waste, but this is going to be like business goals. I wanted to run a Facebook ad. I'm not sure how I'm going to continue to use this page. We'll see, because I do have a social media section in here. And so we'll see, but I don't want to waste this paper when I could just wipe that line out. And then I'll also have to white out all that stuff. So we'll see how I decide to use this. And then I have one more sheet, or actually 2 more sheets. And then some additional goals. These are all the subjects of goals that I wanted to log. And I wanted to try to use my Erin Condren planner for that, because I do have the Erin Condren Petite Planner, the goals journal. And I was working on trying to implement a goals session where I sit down like on a monthly basis and write out all of my goals. Because right now I do write them out, but they're not like, it's not like a session where I sit down and like meditate and ponder on all of my goals and make sure that I'm on track and write like a plan for them. I don't do that yet, but I want to. And so I was thinking just to break them out by subject. So I'm working on that. So you may or may not see a video on that coming soon as well. So next, ideas. Now I'm not sure why this is blank, y'all, because I do have ideas. Oh, here we go. I was like, why is this blank? Okay, so this is habit tracker ideas. So these are habit trackers that I want to eventually create. And again, I may do a video on like habit trackers to create. And so I'll pull from this list. So I just wrote down some ideas of some habit trackers that I can use to log different things. And then on the back, I wanted to have some family time ideas when we're at home, whether it be game night or whatever the case may be, what type of family time ideas I can come up with. And then of course, fill paper, because you just need that. And I love the fill paper with the black here because it's just neutral. You guys know I'm all about neutral. And then we come to the project section. So again, Happy Planner card here from the journaling cards from, I think, Miss Maker. Super cute. Doesn't really go with the section, but I thought it was just cute. And then I put a project page in here from the Happy Planner Home Management Expansion Pack that I just folded in half so I could put some projects in here, or whether it's home projects or what have you. Haven't quite figured out or narrowed down how I'm going to use. That's why there's nothing in here, because I do have a home section. And so within the home section, I have a lot of lists. I have a things to organize around the house lists, and it's not checked off. I just added a little slip mark in there to make it look cute. So I haven't done this stuff yet. This is stuff that I want to do, and I want to start an organization series on my channel doing some of this stuff. And I have a confession, y'all. So y'all know I'm trying to head in a lifestyle direction, right? That's why I do clean with me's on Thursday, which are hit or miss, by the way. And I try to incorporate a lot of different types of photos on my Instagram now, other than planner photos. But it's a real struggle, y'all, doing these lifestyle videos. Like, shouts out to those who do clean with me's every week and those who do all these lifestyle videos. It's super easy to just sit down here in front of the camera and flip through a planner or decorate a spread. And that's just my thing. And so I'm trying to work really hard on this. This is like, I mean, I do all of this stuff, but filming it is a real struggle for me because it takes a lot of time and effort. And so that's why I'm slowly incorporating it into my channel, and I'm hoping, I thought I would go at a faster pace, but I'm going slow, y'all, because it's just a struggle. It's so easy to just do this, and this is my comfort zone, so I really got to work on it. I also have 50 things every homeowner should have, and I have a lot of this stuff, but some stuff I don't have. So I just thought it would be a good reminder of things to have on hand that are kind of essential staples for homeowners. And then I have a list of Home Depot and Lowe's things that I need to pick up because I'm always there. It's like my second home. You guys know my husband loves to build stuff, and we love to DIY stuff. So this is an important list, and I'm constantly adding to it, and I need to check some of the stuff off because I think I did get most of the stuff, but I'm going to keep this in here because we're always at Home Depot and Lowe's, so I thought I would keep that there. I'm also working on a cleaning hacks video, so I want to jot down some hacks, and so that's why I have this here, because that's a video that's coming soon, hopefully. And so again, all of these sections are constantly evolving and stuff is being added to it on a regular basis. So I'm pretty sure I'll be going to the classic size disc soon. And then we have more expense trackers to log some of those purchases. And then we get to my self-care section. So self-care is super important. Don't always do it. I need to work on it. A lot of times it's not about me. It's about my family first. And I want to do more things for myself. So I came up with this self-care ideas, which has been very helpful. Meditate, go on a bike ride, read, of course, get rid of 5 things you never used, no social media, splurge, on dinner, buy yourself flowers, take a nap, call someone you love, get your nails done, get your hair done, clean out your email, and hair care ideas. So I am getting my hair done this weekend, y'all. I'm gonna go honey blonde. I'm gonna do some highlights. My girlfriend is doing them for me. Her channel is Yazzy's World. She's a really good friend of mine, like a real life friend of mine. She does it all, y'all. Hair, cooking, desserts, everything. So she's doing my hair this weekend. So I get to say I did something on my self-care list, which is awesome. And then I want to implement a skincare routine, y'all. That is one thing I'm lacking. I don't take care of my skin all the time. I don't feel like I have bad skin, but I do feel like it needs improvement, like in terms of my regimen. So I'm trying to come up with a skincare routine. So I have products to try. So let me know if there's any good products I should try. I would love to get your input on that. And then I just have some more fill paper from Socialite Collection, and then some regular black fill paper. And then we get to the last section, which is social media. So this is going to be very important for me when I do those speaking gigs to pull from this stuff. I'll probably take this with me, and then I'll also take my iPad. I have a whole thing that I'm working on in terms of an outline because I'm not going to be able to get up there and just speak off the top of my head. I'm going to need some bullet points. And so I'll probably take this with me. First and foremost, I have home life video ideas. So this is like some home life video ideas I can do to make sure I'm incorporating that lifestyle stuff. And then I've got craft video ideas. It was my idea to do a craft with me on Sunday or Saturday, that type of video. I do have one already filmed, but I haven't uploaded it yet because I have to do a voiceover, y'all, and I'm not big on voiceovers. I like to just speak it out right now and then edit it in post because it's too much in post to try to do a voiceover. It's just not my thing. And so I haven't posted it yet. So I'm hoping the next one I can just talk through the process. But here's more craft video ideas of things that I want to do. And a lot of this stuff is stuff on my shop. I do have a party shop, not Little Miss Fancy Plans. That's my planner shop, but it's called the Party Go Studio, which, by the way, I'm phasing out a lot of that stuff. It's just too much to manage. 2 shops, it's just too much. So I need to scale back a little bit. But a lot of those stuff on that shop, I can show you guys how to make it, and you can make it yourself. So that's the plan, y'all. And then I also have Cooking with Quita. You guys know I love to cook, and I don't always get to film the process, but I do love to cook. And so I'm trying to write down some lunch idea videos. I wanted to do like a lunchbox with me, like showing you guys how to do simple lunchbox recipes for school, like for Addison. She takes lunch 3 times a week. And I wanted to do it every day, but y'all, she wastes so much food. I was like, I'm not making lunch for you every day. You eat at school the other days or don't eat at school. Don't get a lunch if you're not hungry, because she wastes a lot of the lunch that I make for her for some reason. I do feel like it's a little bit better because I don't really know if she's eating at school. She's very finicky about her eating. But at least I know with her lunchbox, when she comes home, I can see what she's eating and what she's not eating, and I could tweak it. So that's the plus to it. So started with 5 days a week. Now it's 3 days a week. We'll see. It may go back up to 5 days a week because I do feel more better about it. I do, I have to say. It's just that when she comes home, brings her lunchbox, it's a whole full lunchbox full of stuff. So I don't like wasting stuff. That's my big pet peeve. So we'll see. And then breakfast ideas. So I've already got some stuff written down. You guys know I'm still doing keto. I lost I think 15 pounds, y'all. I'm at the lowest weight I've ever been in a long time, and I'm so excited about it. So I want to share those recipes with you guys. And then I also have some YouTube training videos I want to do. I want to come up with a training course to show you guys how to set your channel up, and how to set up your Instagram, if that's what you want to do, if you want to grow, if you want to start. I wanted to come up with some sort of training course. So we'll see how this first speaking gig goes here at the end of the month. If I want to continue that course, depends on what I feel like I know and how it comes across. So we'll see, but that's on my list of things I want to do. And then, so that's what that page is dedicated to. And then I also do want to incorporate more social media tutorials on my YouTube channel. I do have a couple, and I want to incorporate more. So I want to have a list of those. And then Instagram tips, y'all, these are some awesome tips. So screenshot this, because this is some really awesome tips if you want to grow on Instagram. I'm going to break these things down during one of the sessions that I talk about at the retreat I'm doing, the speaking gig. I'm going to break this stuff down and just share with you what I know. Again, I don't know everything, but I do know just a little bit. And so I'm going to share with you what I know. And so that's it, y'all. And then we have two stencils. We have this little smaller stencil here in the back, and then also this half sheet, well, not half sheet, but this other stencil. I just cut the top off of it because I didn't like that purple sticking out. It didn't really go with my aesthetic, so I trimmed it off. Then my favorite pen loop, and of course my Muji pen. So that's it, y'all. I love this thing. It's awesome. I adore it. It's very chunky. I am probably going to outgrow it here soon. And so I'm going to need to transition and make some moves, maybe add some classic discs. I do have them in rose gold, but I love the champagne color. So I'll have to look in my stash and see if I have them in that color as well. So that's it for this video, guys. Hopefully you were just a little bit inspired and you got to get a sneak peek of all the lists I created. Comment below if you are a list maker like me. As you can see, I just love making lists. It's just my jam. It really helps me, and it's therapeutic for me, and so I love it. So thank you guys so much for joining me on this video. I really appreciate you stopping by today. Hopefully you got a little bit of inspiration, which means you'll stop back by my channel to catch another video, in which case I'll see you guys then.